that you're doing it on purpose. Sing like a singing on key. Talk to the girl that intimidates you. Pretend that you're brilliant and charming. I said pretend that you're brilliant and charming. Hey!
Welcome, everybody. Later with Jason Suel. So glad that you are tuned in. You're joining us for the first episode of Season 8 of our show. Thanks for being along for the ride. I can't believe it's 8 seasons, Bo Counts.
I mean, what have we been doing? Like, where's my paycheck? I'm still waiting on the first one. Like,
seriously.
8 seasons?
I know, it's crazy. And we just introduced a brand new, fresh intro to the show. That was awesome.
It was so much fun getting to go around. I mean, it's like a lot of my favorite places. You get to cram them all into a little cool video to show everybody how cool and fun we are.
Yeah, and not just us, but like Northwest Arkansas, the scene's really popping off.
Of course, Northwest Arkansas.
All the things, right? And speaking of Northwest Arkansas, our show kind of just crams Northwest Arkansas into a nice little 30-minute time frame. So here's what we got coming up on the show today. The brand new director of education from Fayetteville Public Television, Paula, is joining us. So thrilled to have her.
All the way from Spain,
and just started a new job, and she's going to fill us in on her career and her passion for production. Then we've got, one of our favorites. We couldn't start a new season of Later Jason Suel.
Let me guess. Is it Case?
It's Case.
Of course. We got to have Case.
Yeah, we got to have him, Chef Case DeGario, joining us on the show. Kind of like wrapping up summer here, wrapping it up. Still out at his grill, but
I think he lives exclusively in front of his grill these days.
Especially in the summer. Another friend of the show, Ashton Barbary, joining us with a music video. Love Ashton. She's always been a great friend of the show.
Intro last season.
That's right. I love it when we bring friends back and we develop these relationships with folks. And then, something that we're going to go to right now, I've had a great experience with the folks over at Bike Eureka and Eureka Springs Parks and Rec. They've got a lot going on with their bike trails and just with the things that you can do in and around Eureka Springs. So check out this video and then come on back. Got more stuff happening later. Hey everybody, Jason Suel for Bike Eureka. We're out here at the beautiful Lake Leatherwood City Park in Eureka Springs, Arkansas, and they have everything here. Obviously, it's a great place for families to come. My family, the Suel clan, is here enjoying our picnic. There's also camping, there's hiking, there's boating, there's fishing, and of course, there's biking. So after I get through with this snack, we're gonna go visit with a couple of members of one of the oldest cycling clubs in Northwest Arkansas who are gonna fill us in on some of the history of the trails here at Lake Leatherwood. Pass me a sandwich. We're joined by Josh, Carmen. Thank you guys for taking the time to visit with us.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Josh, tell us, man. I know there's been a lot of expansion in the trail system in Northwest Arkansas, but right here in Eureka at Lake Leatherwood as well. Talk to us about that.
Well, the expansion is certainly great, but it's also allowed people to come out here and see the old historic trails, the birth of mountain bikings in Eureka Springs, in my opinion. They used to be old logging roads. Now they were converted into mountain biking trails, and it's really held a really gnarly aspect to mountain biking.
Yeah, dude, it's really cool out here. I said dude because you said gnarly, and I feel like I've got to live in the same world.
It's part of the scene.
It's so cool out here. Carmen, I know you come out here, you cycle, you bike out here all the time. What is something that you really love about the trails here at Lake Leatherwood?
They're rooty and rocky and technical, and because of that, you get to see a lot more of nature and the animals, and just get to experience everything.
Yeah, they're super fun, and I've been privileged enough to at least go down it, I think, 1 or 2 times from the top. Man, what a ride it is. So thank you guys for taking the time to visit with us about the trails here at Lake Leatherwood. Justin Huss, thank you so much again for taking the time to visit with us out here at Eureka Springs. We're in beautiful Lake Leatherwood City Park. And this place is perfect, right, for families, for bikers. It kind of ties everything together. Tell us about it.
Absolutely. We're very fortunate to have a city park, very unlike most cities in the state or the nation or the world, really, for that. Nearly 1,800 acres out here. This was originally built as a WPA-CCC project in the late 30s as a recreation preserve, specifically for that, not flood control or power, just for actually for recreation. And over the years, it's been managed privately through the city. We've had it since the 90s, and just offers a little bit for everybody to the point. We have a tremendous amount of trails. We've been talking a lot about trails lately and some of our newer trails, but really one of the history, and we're in the mountain biking region explosion that's going on, is Lake Leatherwood's been here for a long time.
Yeah.
This year would have been the 22nd Fat Tire Festival.
Wow.
Second oldest mountain bike event in the state, only the Devil's Den. And tons of what we were known for before is the hiking, the hand-cut single-track trails. This has all been volunteer built with CC Riders, a local club, and individuals. And again, really fortunate to have this as a city park. Not many places have something this diverse.
Yes, it's absolutely beautiful. There's so much to do out here. Like you mentioned, there's fishing, you can get on the water, you can walk the trails, you can hop on the bike trail and bike. What's something that you really love specifically about this area of Eureka Springs?
I've always been intrigued with the WPA and CCC works, and so to have all of that craftsmanship here, we have so many, just even our culverts and drainages are hand-cut limestone by craftsmen many years ago, and it was unique in here that a lot of local folks did actually work on the projects through contractors. So just that craftsmanship, that impact, that whole program of the common good and things like parks are just a tremendous thing.
And we're still benefiting from that today. So again, thank you for hosting us, having us out here. It's absolutely gorgeous. I can't wait to experience more here in Eureka Springs.
Fabulous. We love having you guys out.
Yeah.
Sam's Furniture doing good. Shine a spotlight on your neighborhood.
Well, we are here at Sam's Furniture, and we've got Jenny Sorey from Hub of Hope. Thank you so much for taking the time.
Oh, thanks for having me, and thank you to Sam's for providing the opportunity.
Man, we love it here. They always set us up so nice. They put us on a really comfy couch.
Very
today.
comfy, very comfy.
Very comfy. Tell us about the work Hub of Hope does in our community.
I would love to. So we are a nonprofit based here in Northwest Arkansas. We work to bring healing and opportunities to victims of human trafficking, and we provide prevention and education to the community. So we do that in a variety of ways. We do a lot of awareness and education events where we teach the public to recognize the markers and identifiers of human trafficking. And then we also do lots of outreaches. Our hope is to come in contact with survivors, many who don't even know that they're a victim of a crime, and help them move from that place of entrapment, enslavement, exploitation into a life of freedom and restoration and healing.
I love that.
Say I wanted to get involved. How would I do it?
Hey, we love volunteers. In fact, at this time, we are an all-volunteer organization. And so you could reach us on hubofhope.org, and we're also on social media at Hub of Hope NWA.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Jenny. We
Thanks
appreciate
for having
you.
me. Boom.
Ooh.
Come on.
Welcome back, everybody. Later with Jason Suel. So glad you are tuned in, and we are happy to welcome to the show the new Director of Education at Fayetteville Public Television. We've got Paula Blanco Perez joining us. Thank you so much for taking the time to chat with us.
Thank you for having me. I'm glad to be here.
Yeah. So I know that you've just started at FPTV, and for those of you who don't know, our viewing audience at home, Fayetteville Public Television are the producers of this show. They work really
so
hard,
welcome to the family,
hand in hand.
Paula.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm excited to be part of the fam, for sure.
I'm sure that we're going to be seeing you more and more often, but let's walk it back. Let's talk about your kind of passion for production. Where did that come from? Did it something that started as a young person and you built it? Yeah.
It started when I was probably like 15 years old back in Spain, because I'm from Spain. And, I was very interested in photography and movies, film. I was a Harry Potter fan, And then my parents got me a little video camera for my 15th birthday. And I started just making home videos. I would film my family, my friends. I would just edit and just, I was experiencing, and I decided I had a passion for it, and I probably wanted to pursue that passion. And I decided I graduated from high school, and I wanted to keep going, and I wanted to get into the film industry. And the film industry in Spain is not very strong. We're getting there, but it's not super strong. So I wanted to go somewhere where I was going to have like a lot of opportunity, and I could just grow and keep experiencing it. So I found UCA looking for colleges, and they have a very good digital filmmaking program. So I applied, I got in, and I decided to send it to America, and went to Arkansas, Conway, and I've been there for the 4 past years. I graduated, and here I am. It's been a journey.
Wow, I bet it has been a journey. Hey, we share an alma mater in UCA. I graduated from University of Central Arkansas also back in the day.
Awesome.
You know,
Yeah.
back with like Moses and those guys, you know, just way back.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Can you talk to us maybe about a production, maybe it was your senior project, I don't know, something that you are proud of that you've put out into the world?
The one that I'm the most proud of is my last film. It's called Be Here Now. It's like a 20-minute short film. It was my project before I graduated, my last project. I wrote the story, I directed it, I edited it, and I did some production design on it.
Hey, Paula, give us a little bit of a preview, maybe a tease. What is your short film that you're talking about, Be Here Now? What is that about?
It's like a sci-fi short film criticizing the overuse of phones in today's world. It's kind of, yeah, it's
sci-fi,
what? But
I don't, what?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
So sci-fi, overuse of phones, and also you mentioned a website. Where can people go to kind of check out your work, your portfolio?
I have pictures of like BTS from some of my productions. Be Here Now was semi-finalist for Best Director in a film festival in Madrid, because I've been there this past summer.
Awesome.
And yeah, I have all the stuff on there and my contact information, a little bit about me and stuff, just so people can see my work.
So you mentioned Madrid. Obviously, you're from Spain. You speak fluent English. Are there any other languages other than Spanish and English that you speak?
I do have a basic level of French. I took 4 years of French back in high school. And yeah, nowadays I've been trying to like get back into it because I do have some basic knowledge. So I'm trying to, you know, keep doing it. But yeah, Spanish and English, fluent. French is just, you know.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Je m'appelle Jason. I mean, that's all I know.
Je m'appelle Paula.
There you go. So I'm always impressed with people that can speak even more than one language. I feel like I need to pick up another language. Bo, what about you? You speak anything else?
Did Spanish in high school and Japanese in college and remember very little of both.
Yeah, same.
Totemo skoshi desu ne.
Yes, I took both Spanish and French, and I can hardly remember anything from either. Well, what role are you going to have there at Fayetteville Production, FPTV? What are you going to be doing there with those guys?
So I'm going to be the director of education. So I'm going to be teaching film production classes. I'm going to be managing all the educational offering that we have and all the paperwork that goes with that. I'll be that girl. And I'm also going to be working on educational video productions with the people that take our classes and yeah, all the stuff. I'm excited to help the community and offer these free classes, you know, just so people can try to see if they like it, you know.
And folks, for our viewers at home right now, FPTV, great place that you can get involved just with the classes Paula was talking about. They have a lot of free offerings for the community located right in the heart of downtown Fayetteville. And I'm looking forward to seeing where your passion takes you, Paula. Thank you so much for taking the time to visit with us today.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited to be part of the fam.
Yeah, we are too. Stick around, folks. We got more happening later.
go to the unknown. Baby, Michelle, you're self-free. Can't escape what they gotta say. Brush off my shoulders, just get in and know ya. These scuffle shoes with shifting blues. Can't you see the change?
Coming over me.
Changes. Can you feel it now? Changes.
Welcome to the in-between.
Changes. Are you headed home? No more sleeping in the sun. No more healing in the town. Do you know what you're after? Or is this a disaster? Changes.
Something's coming over me.
Changes. Can you feel it now? Changes.
Welcome to the in-between.
Changes. Are you headed home?
Welcome back, everybody. Later with Jason Suel. So glad that you are tuned in to our show. We're joined now by the one, the only, the man, the myth, the legend, Case DeGario, the
Something.
chef extraordinaire. He's something. And we couldn't launch a season 8 of our show without Case. And Case, you went all out, man. You've got a whole setup going on in your backyard. What are we looking at?
Congratulate you guys on your 20th season. I mean, I had no idea that you guys had been on that long. You look great. The Botox and all the Juvederm is working. So, Bo, keep that hat on because it keeps the receding hairline back. But you guys,
It keeps moving every week.
takes more of a man to keep rubbed off, is what I say. Yeah, man. We are using beer can chicken. It's very sort of iconic.
Classic Americana.
Yeah, man. I mean, if it's truly, we talk about different, sorts of food that are made that come from certain areas. Well, this is, fried chicken is very American too, but this beer can style chicken is certainly very Americana. It comes from this country for sure. So basically what I have done, guys, is this recipe is added some flavor, some texture, some color, because what we're doing is not only roasting the chicken on the grill in the beer can, but we're actually going to also smoke it. And I will give you a couple. You can use any kind of wood you want. I mean, you're going to use a hot coal and then the wood so that you can actually smoke it. I really prefer sort of like maybe an apple wood, or even pecan is really delicious, or a cherry.
I'm a pecan guy. I like the nuttiness that it brings to the party.
It does. Brings it in, and then you can get all nutty together. Now, here's sort of the key. So this is what I'm really digging about this recipe, and what I've been doing actually for the last several years is, and of course, I have to give a shout out, the chicken guys. It's Labor Day weekend. Go, do your thing. Richard's Meat Market, keep it local. They're doing a beautiful job. You don't even
Richards
have to
is the best.
Richards is my favorite.
Don't have to get out of your car, and they'll actually bring it to you. Call ahead. And then, of course, you guys all know, I mean, I think most people that know me.
Oh, I can see it from here. That's Ozark. I recognize
Yeah.
that can anywhere.
There it is.
Marty and the boys from Ozark that we love. This is my absolute favorite beer of all time. I don't drink beer all the time, but when I do, it's Ozark.
When I do.
Now, here's sort of a secret that I sort of love, and I've been doing it the last several years. When my father made this when I was a kid, he never did this, and now he knows what to do. But basically take a can opener, or opener, whichever you prefer.
Can opener.
A can opener.
Oprah Winfrey. So you basically take it off, and then you can add whatever you want to it. So I've actually added some garlic, some green onions, and a little chili from the garden, a jalapeno pepper. I've even added to the beer before.
So as that beer steams out, like those flavors will get incorporated into the chicken?
That's exactly right. So what's happening, the beer, you want to drink about half of it. That's what they always say. You can pour it out if you're not a beer drinker. But basically what you're going to do is add it, and then that starts to evaporate. The heat actually starts to simmer the liquid, and then all the botanicals and everything that you have in there. It actually permeates the meat, so you have this really delicious and very flavorful meat that you wouldn't normally get from just sort of roast chicken. But then on the outside, you're going to have that smokiness that's going to give it that kind of crispy, dark, really rich sort of skin. And together, man, I mean, beer and smoke, it doesn't get any much better than that.
And you've
It
got
doesn't
two
get any more
chickens. There's two of us,
Americana.
and we're not getting to eat, and it's driving
I
me
know,
crazy.
it's true.
I'm my face into this chicken in about 3 minutes.
Yeah, I bet you are. Case, before you do that, though, are there any side items that you recommend? We're talking about Americana meal. You've got the beer can chicken going on. What goes on the side of a classic dish like this?
Any kind of grilled vegetable. I've actually taken some corn, throw that on the grill as well. A little Korean barbecue sauce and some fresh herbs on top of that if you want to. But grill your vegetables, guys. One of the best things you could do with smoked.
Yeah, that's a great tip. Case, thank you so much for joining us again. Folks at home, you can check out all of Case's recipes on his website, edibleculture.net. You can check him out. He's a featured author every month in Cityscapes magazine. He's got articles coming out all the time, so you got to check that out. And got to continue to check out our show. Stick around because we got more happening later. Folks, that's our show. Thank you so much for tuning in. Later with Jason Suel, the season 8 kickoff. I can't even believe we're at 8 seasons of this show. It's crazy. And of course, we had some great guests lined up for this episode, and we don't want to leave without thanking them. I want to thank Paola so much for joining us. Excited to have her as part of FPTV. I want to thank the great folks over at Bike Eureka for treating me out there on the trails. Great stuff.
And don't forget, we had Chef Case DeGario making that beer can chicken. And the awesome sounds of Ashton Barbary. Always a pleasure having them on the show.
Absolutely. Welcome to season 8, folks. We'll see you next week. See you later, alligator.
After a while, crocodile.